Okay, so I told you about, the Patriot Act, and let me get situated. Let me show you where I am first. So let me see if I can switch camera and video. It won't let me. Alright, so I'll show you where I am. Watch out, all the way down, man. So I'm in the Mobile Command Center. So the New World Order conspiracy, since I already told you about the Patriot Act and all Obama's stuff, which helped clean up a lot of the white power groups that infiltrated police departments, as well as just dirty cops in general. They're some of the hardest people to catch, even for internal affairs, because they're well-versed in the tools we use to catch criminals. They know how to delete paper trails, cover their ass pretty well, so we had to come up with something really clever and creative. And basically, it was to give them the illusion that they lived in a narco state, and that the government was down with the bullshit. And the easiest way to do that was the biggest one that God came up with, is the New World Order conspiracy. The New World Order conspiracy is one of the mass profiling tools used in the end times, and there's a reason, because it promotes an image of a government and a group of people who don't care about humanity, and that essentially want you to forsake humanity and go against humanity in order for personal profit and gain. So basically, with the advent of this conspiracy, we were able to figure out who is who as far as the way they want to treat humanity, how they feel about humanity, if they're pro-humanity or against humanity, and what exactly they're willing to do to get rid of humanity. And with this, these people are neutered, basically. We rip their spine out and use spookism against them to hold them down so that they can't really do anything while the fire was coming. But it was one of the greatest tools used, because it allowed us to identify within the police departments, social civic organizations, and even within the general community itself, who would go along with that kind of behavior and mentality. And ultimately identify burnt offerings to use. To create heaven on earth, you have to remove the reason for death to appear or be a part of the game. Death exists because there's people who do stupid stuff that hurt people, that hurt children, that violate free will, and that be just clowns. So in order to protect against that, what we had to do was find all these people and catalog them and make sure they were held in place and under extreme surveillance. So anything they did, they'd lead us to a new associate or help uncover the networks to an extreme level. So basically, you should clear your head about that. That's a profiling tool, so that we can find and identify who's going to be a burnt offering. And the good thing about that is, as they start to burn, not having them all over the place. I mean, you want to know who. That way, when this is all said and done, death will be removed from the game, and you'll be immortal. You will live forever, because there's no more reason for death to exist. I mean, your grandparents aren't going to come back to life. Resurrections are not a true teaching. You will see your grandparents again, in the sense, though, that new life is born into you, your children. Your peak maturity will be 35. One thing that will happen that's miraculous is everybody on Earth's body that's still alive will be put back in a 35-year-old body. Their bodies, the aging will reverse while they sleep, and their body will go back to 35 years old. But your grandparents will be born back into new incarnations. And like I said before, maturity, once maturity's reached at 35, then you'll have an active voice in the society. Before 35, you don't have a place at the table as far as deciding things about the community, unless it's directly towards like a school project or something that has to do with children. Until you're 35 years old, that's when you are allowed to take the mantle of responsibility in the society, because you have to have time to grow and mature and learn and understand. You know, when we're all young, we're full of piss and vinegar and think we know everything, but we're reckless and careless and don't really have any grip on reality. You know, this tool is so easy. So many people fell for the whole New World Order nonsense. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it also brought out the best of humanity, because it's brought people, pioneers, to the scene that are taking a stand and proactively going out and voicing and showing the true strength and heart of humanity, which is much more beautiful than anything else. Everything else was an illusion. So these people that think they're fighting and that they're going to get infamy afterwards, they're going to be remembered. Once, what the fifth world is the realization of love, the full realization, the embodiment, humanity becoming the embodiment of love. When love is all there is, think about if you took an ecstasy pill before. When you're on ecstasy, you could be told your parents were shot and it wouldn't even affect you because you're completely in a plate of bliss. It's the same thing with the fully realization of love. You'll be in such a state of bliss that you're not even gonna, the opposite, the illusion doesn't exist anymore. There's not even a remembrance of it because you fully realize love, and you know all that ever was an illusion to help you do exactly what you did, which was become fully realized. So, I mean, basically, detach and look and take information for yourself. Don't buy into the news and all the bullshit going on, because a lot of it's to trap the people who are in make-believe places of power that are willing to forsake themselves, and to see how far they'll go with that. It just is what it is, man. It was the easiest way to clean out or drain the swamp or clean the place up. If you think Trump and the presidents aren't down with that and that they don't know what's going on, you're a fool. The media wants to make them look like assholes. It's that special interest douchebaggery. But it's also just playing along with political theater. A lot of it's political theater bullshit, there's a lot more to it. And Obama, people can say whatever they want about Obama. Obama knew and worked closely with God and helped bring that profile to pass, especially against the dirty cops. That was one of the biggest things of Obama's administration, and his legacy is cleaning up the police department. Obama took personal care and offense to the way the police operate in our communities, and the imbalance between white offenders and black offenders, and not only that, just the general loss of trust and loss of confidence in our police force. And that's what Obama's real presidency stood for, is cleaning up law enforcement. And think whatever you want about him, the truth will be revealed soon enough. That's what Obama's earmark and heritage is cleaning up the police department, cleaning up the extremist groups within, and cleaning up dirty cops, period. That's what that legacy is going to be. Not all the other crap, because you fell for the stuff we push to trick these people. And when you understand how beautiful it truly is, so many people's opinions have changed. Going back through all the presidents have worked for God and helped bring forth this time on earth. Which may appear chaotic, but trust me, there's so much going on behind the scenes. Just ignore the spiral outs. It's going to be over soon, and what they're doing is not even worthwhile to pay attention to. Go on with your life, live your daily life, go to sleep at night, wake up and do what you do that makes you happy, and live your own life, and you'll be fine. Try to filter the news content, the media. Stick to YouTube. Real people. Hashtag source reporting. You want to be the news, source report. If you see a car accident, take out your phone, record it, report it, and post it. Be the source of the information that we seek. When we all take out our cell phones and we hashtag source reporting, and we become the source of the information that our friends and family are taking into their lives. If you're at a place and all of a sudden you see a fire, take out your phone, become the citizen journalist, become the source reporter. Hashtag source reporting. I want to see that trend. Hashtag source reporting. We are the news. We make the news, not the media. You want to clean up the fake news? Start being the source of the news. And it's very easy to do. If you see something happening around you, post it. Record it. Upload it. Takes 2 seconds. Modern phones, I'm not even editing these videos. I have editors. I've got all kinds of equipment, video equipment, computers. I'm just posting this because it's that easy. Source report. Do what you want to do. Source report. Hashtag source reporting.